Ecstasy, rupture, joy, any overpowering emotions. She was in ecstasy when she received her letter of acceptance from Harvard. Edify, instruct, correct morally. Although his purpose was to edify and not to entertain his audience, many of his listeners were amused and not enlightened. Eerie, weird. In that eerie setting, it was easy to believe in ghosts. Efface, rub out. The coin had been handled so many times that its date had been effaced. Effeminate, having womanly traits. His voice was high-pitched and effeminate. Efficacy, power to produce desired effect. The efficacy of this drug depends on the regularity of the dosage. Effrontery, shameless boldness. He had the effrontery to insult the guests. Effusive, pouring forth, gushing. Her effusive manner of greeting her friends finally began to irritate them. Egoism, excessive interest in oneself, belief that one should be interested in oneself rather than in others. His egoism prevented him from seeing the needs of his colleagues. Elated, overjoyed, in high spirits. He was clearly elated by his first Olympic gold medal. Elixir, cure-all, invigorating. The news of her chance to go abroad acted on her like an elixir. Elucidate, explain, enlighten. He was called upon to elucidate the disputed points in his article. Emaciated, thin and wasted. His long period of starvation had left him emaciated. Emanate, issue forth. A strong odor of sulfur emanated from the spring. Emulate, imitate, rival. In a brief essay, describe a person you admire, someone whose virtues you would like to emulate. Encumber, burden. Some people encumber themselves with too much luggage when they take short trips. Endue, provide with some quality, endow. He was endued with a lion's courage. Enervate, weaken. She was slow to recover from her illness, even a short walk to the window enervated her. Engross, occupy fully. She was so engrossed in her studies that she did not hear her mother call. Ennui, boredom. The monotonous routine of the hospital life induced a feeling of ennui that made her moody and irritable. Enrapture, please intensively. The audience was enraptured by the freshness of the voices and the excellent orchestration. Ensconce, settle comfortably. Now that their children were ensconced safely in the private school, the parents decided to leave for Europe. Entail, require, necessitate, involve. Building a college-level vocabulary will entail some work on your part. Eon, long period of time and age. It has taken eons for our civilization to develop. Epoch, period of time. The glacial epoch lasted for thousands of years. Equinox, period of equal days and nights, the beginning of spring and autumn. The equinox is usually marked by heavy rainstorms. Equitable, fair, impartial. I am seeking an equitable solution to this dispute, one that will be fair and acceptable to both sides. Erratic, odd, unpredictable. Investors became anxious when the stock market appears erratic. Erroneous, mistaken, wrong. She thought her answer was correct, but it was erroneous. Espouse, adopt, support. She was always ready to espouse a worthy cause.